Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kids Show, and today we have to talk about Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster and modding scene around this game because, well, seems as though Nexus Mods has bent the knee. And mind you guys, I will have a first impressions video for Elder Scrolls Oblivion very shortly after playing the game for over 20 hours now. I'm excited, really excited to chop it up with you guys. But to get into the modding situation, so Elder Scrolls Oblivion Stealth dropped earlier this week, and the remaster, and they changed the, gender option in the game from male. It went from, choosing between male and female to body type choice, type 1, type 2. And, I'll show you guys my initial, impression when I launched the game and started making my character. I'll show you guys my reaction to that right now. Let's make him like Let's make him like that. Type. Oh no, it's type 1, type 2. Wait, did they make the guy type 2? Yo, they made the guys type 2. Y'all second class now, motherfucker. Yo, they made the guys type 2. Repent, repent. Yo, they made you boys type 2. Ooh, they said you second class if you a man. Uh-oh. But yeah, personally, I didn't really have a massive issue with this. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, realistically, it is stupid. That's why I laughed at it. That's why we laughed at it in chat. I was making fun of you guys, the dudes out there, since you guys now became type 2 instead of type 1 like dudes usually are. But, we mock and shame retardation. And that's what the type A, type B choice or type 1, type 2 choice is. It's mental retardation. There's no other way about it. But like, I don't really get mad at this because as long as it doesn't, actually, you know, as long as it doesn't bleed into the gameplay in any way. I look, dude. I look at a create a character screen, and the thing I'm looking at the least is the male, female, right, or the type 1, type 2. It's really not a big deal. But and the same people that were saying, "Oh, it's not a big deal. Why are you crying? Why are you crying?" It's funny because all of a sudden, when people start making mods to turn it back to normal, because that's what essentially they're doing. They're turning it back to normal with male female choice, right? All of a sudden, it then becomes a problem. And for me, it isn't a problem either way. I mean, it's stupid to have type 1, type 2, but it's not a problem. Now, I totally support people modding their games the way they see fit, and people wanted to mod male, female into the game because they feel as though it's ridiculous and they wanted to take it upon themselves to change it. That's not a big deal to me either. I support that. It's a single player game. Mod it to your heart's content as long as it, falls under legal things and not anything, too insane, mind you, right? But apparently, and we're gonna get into the details here. Apparently, Nexus Mods had first banned the male female mod. But shout out to Kata who had posted about it. He said Nexus Mods banned the gender mod in under 2 hours. You can't make this up. And it's a classic body type, whatnot on Nexus Mods website, changing it back to female male. And you see it's no longer found within the 2 hour mark on Nexus Mods with Vortex and whatnot. And so yeah, they initially had banned the mod. And it's like, well, if it's not a big deal that it's type 1, type 2, why is this mod a big deal, right? In the grand scheme of things, it just isn't. But it seems as though, at some point, Nexus Mods caved, alright? They let it come back, I guess. But going to this, and this is a article from PC Gamer here. And it says, Nexus Mods decides to allow an Oblivion Remaster mod that changes body type options to male/female, declares it's not a battleground for broader cultural or political debates. I mean, guys, I've made videos in the past dunking on Nexus Mods for being absolute trash because for a long time they were, and don't get me wrong, they still are. They're still ideologically driven. But this is the right call to make because to take this mod down it is to get in the way of gamers being able to game the way that they want to. And really, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really mean anything. The mod was deleted multiple times before Nexus Mods threw in the towel. They got tired. And this is what it is, guys. If you guys want things to get done, you guys gotta fucking fight tooth and nail for it, right? That's what we believe in. You guys fought tooth and nail to get it, and they got tired of deleting it, I guess. But they said one of the very, very small changes in Oblivion Remaster. Apparently, it's a small change, right? It's a small change. One of the very, very small changes in Oblivion Remastered is a switch in the character creator from male and female bodies, as it was in the original, to body type 1 and body type 2. It's the sort of thing that would likely go entirely unnoticed. Well, the fact that it was one of the immediate first things noticed about the video game pretty much throws that lie out the window. Were it not for the distressing, predictable explosion of outrage from the usual corners of toxic gamerdom. Yeah, you could tell that PC gamer clearly, you could tell where their bias is. Holy shit. And in short order, the creation of a mod was brought back. The original male-female body options. And I don't understand what's the problem with that. For a few days, Nexus Mods made a point of removing the mod, called body type selector whenever it was uploaded and re-uploaded, because of course these guys can't take quote unquote no for an answer. Well, why should they? It's a there is no reason to take down the mod, none whatsoever. Why are you defending taking down this mod and taking a political stance when you should just let people have what they want? He said, but now Nexus has changed course and decided to allow the mod to stand. The reason, according to a community notice of the mod page, is that the mod itself doesn't violate any policies. Well, no fucking shit, bro. No shit. And that the previous uploads were taken down not because of their content, but because of the uploader's behavior. All right, sure, dog. Sure, dog. Whatever you say, brother. The account of the original uploader was banned, but the mod, or a functionally identical one, resubmitted by another user, was now been allowed to stand. To clarify, the mod was not taken down because of its content. The notice says, as stated in the ban notice, it was removed due to the uploader's behavior. In the comments, the uploader expressed an intent to incite drama and endorsed an external site explicitly designed to host inflammatory content. The kind of behavior directly violates our community standards. Okay? We recognize that mods like this can bring sensitive discussions around gender and identity to the forefront. While these are important conversations, our platform exists to support creative expression in modding. Well, you guys prove that that's not the case. Not to serve as a battleground for broader culture and political debates. What we will not tolerate is trolling, harassment, discrimination, or any other form of toxicity that these discussions may provoke. Yeah, I just feel like this is a cop-out because they know the more that they try and fight this, the more bad attention is going to be on their website, and the more attention will be brought to alternative websites for mods. So let's just cut to the chase. It's flimsy excuse for a crappy decision. Yo. No, letting gamers being able to play their games the way they want to is not a crappy decision. Yo, it's crazy how politically driven PC gamer is, man. Stating that the problem isn't the mod, but the intention of the author is patently ridiculous because the mod is literally the primary expression of that intent. Oh, these people just want to wipe the existence of anybody that they oppose, like politically, off the face of the planet. Like it's sad to say that, but it's clearly true. That you want to be the thought police, and that in itself is a scary thought process. This right here, because the mod is literally the primary expression of that intent, this goes to show that you're not even allowed to think the way that you want to think if it's alternative to what this individual believes in. They said the ban of the author's account cites Nexus's mods policies against files that remove gender identity includes pronouns from a game that have been intentionally put in place by the game developer when the removal is clearly to be divisive or cause hostility within the community or marginalize specific groups. Emphasis mind. Oh man, they're admitting that they're something or other. But that in itself is absurd because why else would you remove pronouns or other indicators of gender identity except as an anti-trans statement? Well, that's not true because like real trans people, they want to be the opposite gender. That's the entire point. They want to successfully mimic the opposing gender. All right, it's the non-binaries and the weird people that don't want to pick a side. They just want to be, well, as you say, divisive on purpose. But actual trans people, they just want to convincingly be the opposite gender. So that just sounds dumb. And apparently, this person is self-admitting to being trans. I'm assuming. Oh my god, what is this? But yeah, guys, this is a win. This goes to show that we can make these assholes cave if you double down, triple down. I think that that is a big statement to make. And this is a big win for the chuds, baby. It's a big win for the chuds. No, it's a big win for gamers overall, okay? Because Nexus Mods can't stop us. It's shown that now. Well, now we know that they will give in at some point or another, right? But it's also worth noting the reality that there are alternatives to Nexus Mods, and I think that that is something also worth noting. It's something that a lot of friends in the community are starting to also list out. Shout out to one of my homies here, real quick. We have Levistro said below is a list of alternative mod sites that may prove useful for those who love modding games Nexus loves to censor. We're not responsible for the content. Those are alternatives for you guys because while we did happen to win and got Nexus mods to back the fuck off as they should, right? It doesn't change the fact that they are ideologically driven. And shame on PC Gamer for going against gamers. Like, you should just remove gamer from your website name at this point. But it's good to know alternatives. And people constantly complain about Nexus mods. I've made videos in the past criticizing Nexus mods for their ideological choices and being pro censorship. All the way back when they removed the mod for the Spider-Man PC version, Marvel Spider-Man, where people wanted to replace the gay flags with American flags, and they said, "Nah, son," and they removed that mod off rip, and that was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting and disgraceful, and they haven't changed. They just got tired, I guess, got a little lazy here. Like I said, this is a W for gamers, but until the next battle, right? That's just how it is, sadly, these days. But guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter at Mario Kart if you want to continue the conversation. Consider becoming a channel member, gets you instant access to the Discord, gets you dope ass emotes for the live stream every Thursday night, 8 p.m. EST. And I will have that first impressions video of Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster very shortly. And yeah, guys, well, I'll be sending them out. Peace.